Hello everyone. So this video is a part of our previous video where we saw how to call Power Automate on the click of the button and how to generate the document, how to populate the Microsoft Word document. We saw the video. Okay, here we have this. This is a case record. On the click, we created one button. On click of this button, it is triggering the Power Automate, and a document is there. Word document which is stored in a SharePoint. It is just mapping those fields from Dynamics. Then we are converting this to PDF, storing it back again into the SharePoint. For this, we need to have the SharePoint integration with the Dynamics, and then we are downloading this into our system. Okay, this is the part of first video. Okay, we have already done this. You can just go to my Power Dynamics video here, and it should be reflected here soon. Okay, you can just refer that for that. And we have also I've also shared the code, how to call this Power Automate, how to download the document, everything. Now in my second video, sorry, in this video, here, let me show you on click of this button, what it is doing is it's triggering this Power Automate here, right? Where is this Power Automate? One second, close. It is triggering this Power Automate. And one second. And the document is getting downloaded. And here, if you see, okay, this Power Automate, wait, hold on, it's loading. And if you open this record, you can see this account holder name, ticker, this everything is getting mapped. Okay. And okay, this is about the first one. Now, this is only applicable whenever you want to print the document on a particular record, on particular one case record, right? Now, I want to have the same button here in the home grid, and I want to select multiple case. Suppose I want to have I am having 500 case, and I want to print the documents or map those data and all. So I cannot open that 500 record and click on print document. Sorry, this print case, right? It's going to take a long time. So I want to select this one, and I want to have one button which should do batch printing. At the same time, 100 records I should be able to select, and I should be able to download it. That's all that we are going to see now. One more thing, in my previous video, what I saw was there was one thing. Whenever document is getting downloaded, okay, whenever you click on this print case, it was downloading, but it was not showing under the documents tab. Okay, here it was not showing. So the issue was the file name, whatever it was storing, it was the folder name, whatever we are creating here in the folder create folder name. Okay, currently this is correct, but earlier it was just storing some GUID of the case, or without it. I did some trial and all. So it was the folder name was wrong folder name, test folder and all. That's why it was not reflecting under this document tab. In my part 2 video, I have corrected that. So you can just go there and check how you can create a different folder. Whenever you create a case, if the case is existing, it is going to it is not going to create a new folder. It is going to just create a file and store it there. In case if the folder is not existing, it is going to create a new folder this case for this case record, and there it is going to store this file. Okay, that is in the second part. You can just come here and see somewhere it should be uploaded soon. Now in the third part for our this batch printing. Now this is the ribbon workbench, right? Let's go to Dynamics Power. Okay, and here let me just duplicate this tab. So we have already saw once again here we have this button called print case, and we have this command where we have also enabled this display rule so that it will be visible only whenever we open any existing record. Okay, not for the new record. Now here in this one we need to create another JavaScript now, because the previous JavaScript it is taking the primary control of the single record. Here you can see here file record primary control, but if you come to the option, we have selected item counts, and a lot of different options are there. So our requirement is to select multiple items and then download it. So we need to have another command as well as another button, and also we need to change the JavaScript code. And for if we change the JavaScript code, again we need to have a different environment variable. Okay, if you come here, if you see, just go back. In my another solution called test ribbon, we have this, right, environment variable. So now we need to create another test variable. So what we need to do, let me just come here, and first we need to create button. Okay, then we need to create environment variable. We need to create another Power Automate and JavaScript. These four things we are going to do again. Okay, so now let's come here and create a button driven workbench. Thanks bar. Okay, so here this one I'm opening so that just to whatever we have already developed, just to see that and copy it. I need that. So here in the home grid, make sure you're putting in the home grid if you are selecting multiple case. Then this is for the on the form. So here let's give a name as batch print, batch. Okay, batch print, and same thing we can give here as well, batch print. Okay, and now I want to create another command because here our functionality differs, the requirement differs. So let's come here and give this one batch print command. Okay, and add a JavaScript action for whatever the we are going to have another JavaScript file for this. So leave it blank as of now, and I need CRM parameter called primary control. I think we are having this here, right? I'm just going to copy this one, and I'll show you what extra we need for the multiple download. Okay, so primary control, and now CRM parameter, again CRM parameter, and one more. Now here what we need is we need the environment URL. So here we have environment URL, right? But this is for single case record. Now I'm going to create another environment variable for print batch print. Let's just give the name as batch print. Okay, and it should be of text. Okay, now here I need to give the value of the new Power Automate which we are going to create, but as of now let's save it. I'll come here as well. So first of all we need this name, DNS batch print. Okay, so in this one we need to give XYZ whatever it is, batch print. Okay, and now this one is whatever this is fine, only whatever you want to download, case report, and this one is case ID, but this is for single, right? So I want for multiple, so I'll give case IDs. Okay, now this one is done. Okay, this is wrong, I think. Case ID, let it be case ID only, and save it. Now what else we need to create on JavaScript file, right? And before JavaScript we need to have the Power Automate. So let's come here. I think we already have one flow, this one, and here let's just print case. Let's copy this one. I'm not going to start it from the scratch. We already have an existing, so I'm just going to save it as batch printing. Save as, let's give it as a name as batch print. And now going back, let's see if this batch print it is there just now. Okay, okay. Now if you see, it is in turn off state, it is not turned on. Okay, so click on this one. So once we save this flow, see here right now you see URL will be generated after the save. We need this URL to put in our environment URL. So just click on the save, and here it should be generated. So the first step is you need to create a flow and to get the URL. Okay, get the URL, come back here. This is existing case. Let's go back. Environment variable, batch print, and inside the current value, you just paste it. Okay, this is done. And the same batch print we are using in the ribbon workbench here as well. DNS batch print. Okay. Now once you have saved it, now let's come here in the ribbon workbench. So once we have created this, now let's add it here in the CRM. See, this one is we are getting just a one document at a time. Now what I want is I want to get the selected items, right? So add parameter, go to same CRM parameter, and here just go for selected control. We have this one, right? Selected control, and should be selected item IDs, I think. Selected control, okay, this one. And just drag it to the up. Okay. Now it is going to handle selected items. Whatever we have selected, this one, whatever and all, it is going to work with that. Now the next thing is we need the JavaScript. So the JavaScript which we have created here, this is for single one, right? Now I want it for the multiple one. Just copy it, go for the new file, the language and JavaScript. Okay. Now what we need to change here is, so instead of this primary control, we need to we need to remove it and we need to add selected items, selected items. And what was it? It was in this one, it was selected control, selected item IDs. Okay. So coming here, where is this one, right? So we need to give here as selected. What is it? Okay, so instead of typing it all, I have already code with me. So I'll just walk you through what I have done here. Just change the language, JavaScript. Okay. So here what we are doing is we have added extra function. We just generated selected items. This one. In the previous one, it was just called HTTP flow. Okay. Now this is generate selected items. So what this is doing, it is looping through the selected items. Whatever in this one, if you see here in the case, whatever we have selected, it is going to loop through the selected items. Okay. So coming to the code here, and if you see here, it is using a for loop. Okay. Just to iterate through each selected item, and for each iteration, it will perform a set of operations, whatever we have defined. Okay. Now we have this for each, it is also handling the multiple items. Okay. So for each selected item, it calls the get environment variable. Okay, what's this? Get environment variable, and it retrieves the environment URL. Okay. Also, it initiates that separate HTTP request, like whatever the case we have selected, it is going to uh, initiate the separate HTTP request for each selected case ID and to trigger in the Power Automate. Okay, and same way it is going to generate and download the multiple documents. Now the remaining thing, it is same, only generate documents, this and all. If you see here, we have the same thing, generating document, function, call HTTP, everything remains same. So one thing here to note is, I think maybe in the block download file here, what I think I have done one change. Let me just say it. Okay, well, there is no any other changes. So you just copy this. I'm going to put this code as well in my blog, and you can just copy it from there to use it. Okay, here, this is the blog. You can go here. I'll put the in the description, powerdynamics.blogspot.com, and you can get the code for both for printing the document, single document, as well as batch printing. So now let's do one thing. Let's copy it, save it, and give it as name as batch print, batch batch print pieces. Okay, save it. Now I want to use it here. Go to web resources. Just going to add a new web resource. batch print cases and give the name as batch print itself. Control V, JavaScript, okay. So let's publish it, batch print. So what we have done is we have created one extra flow. This one we have copied the previous flow and created a new flow and copied this URL of this flow. And then we created another environment variable batch print. In this batch print, we entered that flow URL. And after this, we went to Ribbon Workbench. Here we have add everything is same except the CRM parameter. We are using selected control, selected items here, and we created a batch print button as well here. So this command 2 we are going to use it here in this batch print. Okay, and now we have developed one JavaScript for handling this to generate the selected items, to download the selected items. Here we have, okay, so this one we need to copy the function name. Let's come back. I think it's already public. This one is done, publish the work. So coming here into this one batch print, here we need to give that batch print. Okay, and now in my previous flow we had given call HTTP. Here the first function name was, what was it? Not batch. Okay, I think I have saved this one as a batch print pieces. Okay, this is wrong. I need to save this as a batch printing. Control S. Give it as a name as batch. Just give it as a name as batch print. Save it. Okay. So earlier it was just we were calling call HTTP flow. If you see here in this one, we were calling call HTTP, but right now we need to call generated this one. What is this? Call selected items. This function we need to call it. So just copy it, paste it here, and here we need to change the file as well. I think by mistake I have uploaded another file. So web resources, bring batch print, choose file. It was just batch print, open, save. Now just to make sure if this is the correct one, we can also check it from here. Come here and go to the URL. Let's see. Okay, this is fine only. Now once this is done, let's come to Ribbon Workbench. Everything generate selected items. This is everything is fine. Let's publish it. Okay, now it is going to take around 2 to 5 minutes to publish these buttons. So once it is published, it will be visible here. Okay. One more thing to notice here is it will be available by default. Like we are doing it for the multiple batch printing, right? So the condition should be at least 1 or 2 records should be selected. Then only this it should be visible. But right now it is going to be visible by default. That we are going to see just after some time. And right now, hold on. So this is just also I think we need to do some changes in the this one in the batch print, but let's see whether it is triggering this or not. If it triggers and then it fails, then we are going to modify our existing this batch print flow. This is exact copy of the previous flow. Okay. So this is published. Now let's come and check here that this button should be available. Let's another plus. Okay, it is still not visible. Why is it so? Ribbon workbench, right? Publish successful front case. Batch print in the home grid. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, so it is available here. It may take some time while publishing the solution. That's all. Just you refresh 2 to 3 times, give a hard refresh. That's all. Now I'm going to select 2 items, and where is that? Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is right now it is visible, but whenever I select multiple, this is not getting. Okay, this is fine. So what we need to do is we need to go to the ribbon workbench again, and we need to enable this one. Make sure that the command, whatever you have created, you should attach it in the this button batch print under this command. Okay. Now I think maybe we need to add some rule for that so that it will be visible whenever we select multiple case. I think it is not, it is hidden whenever we select multiple case, right? So for that, coming here and let's go to the enable roles and 1 second. In the enable role, let's give the name as batch print. Okay. And I think here we need to give some selection control. We should have form state, not this one, selection control. Yeah. So it means that whatever records you want to select it, right? So by default, it is going to be false. And I'm going to no leave it as it is right now. I want minimum is we need to select one record. If you select one record, then only it will get visible. Right now by default it is getting visible, and when you select it is going away. So select one, publish it. Okay. No, before publishing it, I think we need to add this into our command as well. So just hold on. Once it is published, I'll add into the command as well. Okay, so we have enabled the rule and go to your command batch print. Add it here in the enable role. 1 second. I think this is not getting visible to you. Just put it up. Okay. Here, if you see, we have add display rule, and a little bit down we have this. This is too much small. We have this add enable rule as well. Just below this display rule, we have this add enable rule. Okay. So just click on the add enable rule. This is not getting visible. So, yeah, no, this is fine, I think. Okay. Here we have this add enable rule. Click on this and select your existing enable role. Just making it normal now. Okay. Now you have attached it to your enable role. Now let's publish it. Once you publish it, now at this time, first you created the enable rule, we added to the command. Now once whenever we select this multiple, then only it will be enabled. So let's wait for this ribbon button to get published. It is still publishing. Hold on. Okay, this is published now. Let's come to the cases and give a hard refresh. Let's see if it's working or not. Selecting case. Okay, right now it is visible. That's not the correct one. Yeah, by default it is not visible. If I select one or two, it is getting visible. Where is it? Batch print. Yeah, this is visible. This is working as expected. Now I'm going to click on the batch print. Okay, the worker could not execute trigger. Okay, this is the flow. Our flow is not yet enabled, which is our flow batch print, right? So we need to enable it first. Batch print, go to the flows. Turn on. Okay, now coming here, batch print. Yeah, it has triggered the top this flow. Let's see what is the output. Okay, case report 5. allow, and 6. Great. So both the files got downloaded now. This file and this file. As needs 3, as needs 2. Yeah, great. So we are using the existing flow only. Now the difference here, I'll show you what is the difference. We selected, even if we select 5 or 10, and if you click this batch print, it is going to call the same flow, but it is going to call multiple times. Multiple times in the sense, if you see here in the batch here, just go back, refresh it, and you'll see at the same time two calls were made to this flow. Okay, so right now 2 is there. Now suppose if I select 4, okay, and click on the batch print button, now what will happen? What is this? Server did not request. Okay, maybe just give me a refresh button. Select all, batch print. The server did not make responsive options or something is there. Let's see here. Come back. Okay, actually it is downloading. It is downloading. All of them are downloading fine. It's just like this one got failed, right? One and one, two. 1 second. Let's see what is the reason for this. 4 got succeeded and 4 got failed. Why is it so? Let's just see the reason. The input parameter of get a customer. Okay, got it. So what happens is, see, I told you in the first video as well. So if you are opening any case and if it is not having the value, like if you see here, contact is not there, but we are trying to map the contact, not this one. Which one? Here, contact is not there, right? So it need to have all the details, otherwise it's not going to run. Okay, this is the general thing. You know it all. Now the problem here is whenever you are calling the flow, it is whenever you are clicking the button, it is calling the same flow multiple times. This is not the right scenario, right? It should just call one time, not the multiple times. So for that, what we need to do now, we need to create another flow. This flow is not going to work. Now we have to pass the array. Right now we are just passing in this flow, we are just passing one check ID. If you see here, it is just getting the one check ID. But now it need to change to it should be able to take multiple IDs like in the array. Okay. And also it is just going through one. Now we need to add one apply to each, so that whatever the IDs we have given geo IDs on that case records in the array, it should check all the IDs that we have one apply to each connector or functions, right? Actions. We are going to use that, and in that one we are going to what do you call that? Implement that operation. So all the selected records will be implemented inside that loop, inside that apply to each. This is not going to work. So now we need to create another flow. Everything is going to be same, just but the flow need to change. That's all. So till now we have covered a single on this case. We printed this case. Then we selected multiple on batch printing we did here where multiple files are getting downloaded, but the same flow is running multiple times, right? But now I want to download all these files, but only with the one flow. It should trigger the flow only once. Now for that, again, we need to do some changes in the code here as well as in the flow. So that one I'll cover in the next video. This one is already, I think, about half an hour. That's all. Now, in order to see the code or any more details information, you just go to my this blog and you can refer here in case if you have any doubt. That also you can put it. And where is that? 1 second. The flow. Not this. So just click on the edit. So here we are creating a folder file. Okay, there are going to be multiple changes. It's not one. We need one response, and for the multi-print, I think we cannot add this response inside the for each loop. So there are multiple scenarios which we need to cover. So I'll cover that all those scenarios in the next video. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much.